In this project, I will scrap goodreads.com course. So if you visit this URL, you will see a popular course, and in this section you will see the course and the author name and some other popularity. So for this purpose, I will use Scrapy framework, which is very popular in Python, to create web spider and web crawler. I will show you the code that how I have created the crawler and also how to run Scrapy framework. And finally, I will show you that how I collected the data and write as a HTML file so that I can simply get the code and the author name. Also, this code is published in my GitHub project. So if you visit github.com/mahmoodahsan/web scraping, then here you will see the codes category where you can see the code. To set up Scrapy framework in Mac operating system, first you have to install the ppnb packaging tool, which I have shown in my previous video section. So after you have successfully installed ppnb in your Mac, you can just write ppnb install Scrapy. So pipenv successfully installed in my Mac. So I will write clear to clean the screen. And right now, if I type pwd or present working directory, I am seeing that I am in the desktop demo directory. So here I will start to create Scrapy project. So for that I have to type, before typing Scrapy project, I have to activate the ppnb shell. So I have to write pipenv shell. So now my ppnv activated in my Mac. So I am again typing clear. Now I will create a Scrapy project. So to do that, I have to write Scrapy start project. I will name the project as course. So the project course is created. If I type ls command, I am seeing that there are three files: pfile.log and course. So I will type cd or change directory command to enter the course directory. So right now I am within the course directory. So I have to create a spider. So to create a spider, I have to type Scrapy gen spider, and I will name the spider as course spider. And then I also have to provide the URL. So I visit the web browser, and here I am seeing that the goodreads.com. So I just have to copy www.goodreads.com, and I go to my terminal again, and here I will paste www.goodreads.com, and I have to click enter. So the spider is also created. So if I go to my Visual Studio Code editor and open that file, I will see that in the demo directory there is a course directory, then another course directory, there is spider, and course spider is created. So this is basically a basic template. We will replace the code by our actual code to scrap data from goodreads.com. If in your Mac you open the Finder window, the demo directory, you can also see the directory here. First course, then again course, then here the spider, and here is the actual course spider.py. To install Scrapy using pipenv in Windows is problematic. There are some error occurs, and I found that you have to install some .NET framework or etc. if you want to use Scrapy framework using pipenv. So the easiest way to install Scrapy framework using the conda or mini conda. So to do that, you have to visit https://miniconda.html. Here you will see 64-bit or 32-bit. So I am using 64-bit in my Windows. So first download and then install. So after downloading in my Windows, I am going to installing this. So I am just clicking next, agree, next. Then here you see that the destination folder is, in my case, Mahmoud C users Mahmoud, then Miniconda 3. So I am using it as the default directory, and here I am clicking the add anaconda to my path environment variable, and I unclick this register anaconda as my default Python 3.7. I will only use this one, the first one. Then I click install. So the install completed, so I click next, and then I just untick this and then click finish. So the anaconda installed in my system. So if I go to my Explorer window, here you see that I install Miniconda in the C directory users, then here in the user section Mahmoud, then here you will see the Miniconda 3. So in your case maybe it is different path, so you have to remember that. And here in the scripts folder there is a file that we will use in our Windows PowerShell. Before installing Scrapy framework, I have to activate this Miniconda 3. So in my Windows PowerShell I have to type cmd, then double quotes, within double quotes /K, and then here I will write the actual path, that is C users Mahmoud Miniconda 3 scripts activate.bat. Then I have to press enter in my Windows PowerShell. So when you see this base written before the actual path, that means the Miniconda thing is activated here. So it's something like virtual environment. Anyway, so here I have to install the Scrapy framework. So to install Scrapy, I have to type conda install Scrapy. Then when it shows a proceed yn, I have to type y and then click again. So the Scrapy framework installed successfully in my Windows. So if I type here Scrapy, then shell, and then type the URL of the goodreads.com course, and if I click enter, and if Scrapy framework successfully installed, it should be open the shell interface here. So it's showing the shell interface, that means the Scrapy activated successfully. So to exit from here, I have to type exit and parenthesis. So I go to the upper window. So here now I will type CALS to clear the screen, and now I will create a Scrapy project. So to start a Scrapy project, I have to type Scrapy start project, then the project name is course, and a new directory or new folder is created within demo directory. So here if I type dir command, I will see that the course directory here. So I again type CLS and I type cd or change directory, and I will enter the course. Now I am within the course directory within demo directory. So here I will create a spider. So to create a spider, I have to type Scrapy gen spider. I will put the name course spider, and then I have to put the domain name, so that is www.goodreads.com. So the spider is created here. So if I open my Visual Studio Code editor, here you see that the demo directory has codes, and within codes there is another codes directory, and there is a spiders directory, and here the course spider, this code is generated. So we will update this code by our actual codes. Also, if you open the Explorer window in Windows, you will see the demo directory, there is codes directory, then there is codes, and also you will see the spiders, and there you will see the codes spider Python script. So we will write the actual code here to scrap the goodreads.com codes. To scrap any website, we have to analyze the web page first, and for as we are using Scrapy framework, Scrapy also has a good documentation. So in case you need any further reference, you can just go here and check. So anyway, so first we want to analyze this web page, that is goodreads.com. so if I right click here and in my Google Chrome browser I just click inspect, I'm seeing that in the bottom this code is within the HTML div tag. So you see that you have to analyze the HTML code first. So here you can see that there is a mother div, that is course, then within that course there is another code like this, and you see that this code is within the div that has a CSS class code text, and then there is a span and the author name. Similarly, if we go to the bottom and select like this code and click inspect again, you see that similar common feature, that this code is within the code text div class, and there you will see the span class. So this is a common feature. So before writing the actual code, let's test this thing, that how we can scrap this data by Scrapy framework. So in our terminal, here I will first write Scrapy shell, and then I have to use the URL https://www.goodreads.com course. So after I enter here, I can see that the shell is activated. So here this response, basically the HTML data that Scrapy framework collected by their code. So if we want to extract the code, we have to analyze this response object. So if I write response.css, then parenthesis, and then two single quotes. So here I am seeing that div class code text. So if I type here that div and the class name, so if I want to put a CSS class name, I have to put dot, and class name is code text. And here if I type dot extract, you see all the codes are printed here. So it's a very cumbersome to analyze it. So what I do, I just type extract first. So now here I am seeing that after I type extract first, only the first code is showing. You see here, don't cry, because the code is here, also the author name. If you match here the first code, you will see the same. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened, Dr. Seuss. So here you can see the same thing. So if I want to get only the text, what I can write here 2 colon, and then if I write here text and put enter, you see now I only see the text, not the HTML text like before. So if we use this code in our actual code, then we can actually capture the codes. Also, if we want to capture the author name, we have to use the span tag. So here, for example, if we want to use the author name, so I will write here span, because you see in the first time the author name is within the span tag. You see here span tag. So if I write here span and double colon text and put enter, you see now the first course Dr. Seuss author name is captured. So we will basically use in our code these two things. To exit from Scrapy shell, you have to type exit then parenthesis. Now we are in the main terminal. So I just type clear to clean the screen. The Scrapy shell also works same in Windows like Mac. So to open Scrapy shell, you have to use the Windows PowerShell terminal. Here you can type Scrapy, then shell, and then the URL. So here I am typing and it's showing some output. So now if I type response.css, then double single quotes, and within single quote div dot code text, then 2 colon and text, and here if I dot extract first, you will see the code is also showing here. And if I type here a span, you will see the author name is also showing here. So this is the code we will use in our actual code. Let's write the actual code. So I am opening the codes spider.py, which is within the spiders directory. So here first you will see that the Scrapy framework is imported here, and also you see a default class codes spider, which is inheriting the spider class from Scrapy framework. And here in the allowed domain you see www.goodsread.com, and start URLs I am here you will see the goodsread.com, and here I will just use the actual URL which we want to scrap. So that is the goodsread.com codes. So I will paste that line in here. So this will be the start URL. So when you run the code, automatically this class, this parse method will be executed. So here we will write some actual code. So before updating this parse method, we already write a method that is write as HTML. So this method actually we will pass a dictionary of items, and it will generate a HTML file and write that in our directory. So we will discuss this method a bit later. So just remember that this method will be using to write text in the text file in the disk. So I am now updating the parse method. Here first we are writing the codes dict, an empty dictionary. Then I am writing a variable name selector equals response.css, which we have tested in the shell in terminal and Windows PowerShell as well. And here I have given div.code details, then space div.code text. This is why I discussed before, because you see here this every code in this page is within the div class, that is code details, and then another div that CSS class has code text. So that's why we have written like this, that div.code details then space div.code text. So response.css, this will return a list of a dictionary of items. So then we are iterating using the for loop. So for code in selector, and here we are extracting the text. So to do that I have to type code.css, then to clone, and then text and dot extract first. Similarly author code.css span to colon text and dot extract first. Then I am making a tuple here, combine text and author, and then I am adding this tuple in the codes dict here by plus equal combine. So within that square brackets I am passing this tuple, and then after this loop exit I am calling this self write as HTML method and passing this dictionary. So now I save this file, and now I want to run this code in my terminal. So to do that I have to type scrapy crawl, and our spider name is codes spider. So if I type this, so the Scrapy thing works here. And if I go to my Visual Studio Code editor, so here within the codes directory I will see that azinfo.html. so this file is generated here. So the code and the author name within a span tag. So if I opening this az.info.html in my Google Chrome browser, and here I am seeing the codes and the author name, just simple plain text. So basically this demonstration shows you that how we can extract the code and author name, and I am just writing a simple HTML file, but you can use some database to save this text, the code and author in the database as well. So it's up to you that what you want to do by using that data. Similarly in my Windows I replace the template code by the actual code I have already written and shown in my Mac demonstration. And if I save this code and I go to my Windows PowerShell, I have to type Scrapy call quotes spider, and you will see some output from Scrapy framework. And now the thing is done, and if I visit this directory here, I will see that azinfo.html file is created by our program. And now if I open this azinfo.html file in my browser, you will see the same output like Mac. So I hope that you understand that how Scrapy framework is used to scrap website or create a web spider. And Scrapy framework has a very good documentation in their website, so if you need further analysis of their framework, you can just visit docs.scrapy.org, then /en/latest/intro/tutorial.html file. Here in the left side you will see many link, and here you can see some tutorial that how this Scrapy framework is working. So I hope this demonstration will help you to understand how the Scrapy framework works. You can use this framework to create many spider. Also, Scrapy framework has a web hosting system, that is deploy them to Scrapy cloud. For example, if you want to write some spider and collect data from various websites, you can deploy the Scrapy framework course in the scrapy.cloud. You can check out from here, so that would be easier to deploy the Scrapy things.